Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of my show, which is thoughts on E3 conferences. Today we will have a look at the Microsoft. My name is Micca and let's begin. So, Microsoft unveiled few things today, and the main hardware they showed was the Xbox One X. So they ditched the codename of the Scorpio and they released a new updated version, most powerful console as they say, which is named Xbox One X. It will be released in November this year. It will cost $499, and that's it. That's pretty much it. We don't know anything else. They provided some of the details regarding the tech specs, but I don't care about that. Let's just continue into games. They started with Forza 7. It looked very much like Forza 6, to be honest, from the trailer. They did say it's running 4K at 60 FPS, and unfortunately it is the only game that they mentioned the FPS counter. To me, Forza 7 looks way better than Need for Speed Payback, but we will see the comparisons and how they play. Now, the next game was very unexpected. It is a new Metro game, and I'm very excited to see this. Now, usually E3 games and everything that they show in E3, sometimes they downgrade the trailers, but to me, Metro is one of the nicest games ever made. It plays exactly as you can see on trailers, so hopefully they stick to the trailers, they don't downgrade anything. The next game was the Assassin's Creed Origins. They showed a little bit of gameplay that will be in Egypt. Now, it has one of the worst things that I would expect from a game. It is the loot system. Yes, it is like Destiny-like or Ubisoft-like loot system that they added. I do not like, and many people also shared in the chat during the live stream that they hated the new Destiny-like loot system. But we will see what happens. The setting looks fine. Egypt is quite interesting, and it's called Assassin's Creed Origins because they return to the origins. So we will see what happens with the storyline. Now, Microsoft was pushing the Mixer thing, which is their own streaming service, which I don't know why they're forcing it too much, and they didn't explain much about this streaming service, what exactly it does, and how we're going to use it. But we will see what happens. Now, regarding Mixer, they also introduced the PUBG, the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. A battle royale type of game, PUBG, which is very famous and very popular now, as it's going to be exclusive to Xbox. I guess they bought the rights and how long it's going to be exclusive for, but this is a very famous game, and if it's coming to consoles, they will take a big chunk of the audience from the PC or those who wanted to play on PlayStation. The next exclusive game was Deep Rock Galactica. It's kind of like a 4-player No Man's Sky type of game. I'm not interested. Next we had State of Decay 2. What I heard about this game, it looks like a zombie survival game. Kinda looks like Last of Us and Fallout and a little bit of Dying Light. Now, we cannot compare all these games because they're all pretty much different. They are zombie shooter games, but we'll have to look at this because the first State of Decay was very buggy, was a kind of a failed game, so we have to see how it works. And it comes spring 2008, and it also has the building features, so very similar to Fallout, so we have to see how it works. Another game called Darwin Project. It's also another battle royale game, very cartoonish, very like simple graphics. It's also kind of exclusive. To be honest, before the trailers, it was actually a bit difficult to distinguish if the game is exclusive to Xbox One or just to Microsoft. I'm not really sure if this Darwin Project or State of Decay are exclusive to only like Xbox One X or only to PC and Xbox One X. So we're not really sure about this. There was another update on Minecraft, so they introduced a 4K pack, which I don't really care. And then we saw another game, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is a fighting game. Black Desert MMO game was also, I think, exclusive to the Microsoft. And then we saw The Last Night. A very cool looking like 8-bit game, but it's very nice, very interesting aesthetics. I'm really interested in that. Joining our exclusive lineup, we saw the Artful Escape, which was like an indie cool looking game, I think. Code Vein was also exclusive, like an anime fighter game. Then finally we saw a little bit of Sea of Thieves, some more gameplay. I think I'm very interested in Sea of Thieves. I love it, I really do, especially the sea combat. Tagoma, I think that's how you say it. There was another game which was coming soon. I didn't really remember what was the game about. Then we saw more exclusive stuff. Super Lucky Tale, 2D, 3D platformer game. We saw Cuphead, which is exclusive to Microsoft as well. Crackdown 3, they showed a bit of less destruction this time. They just showed more explosions, but not actual destructions of buildings. So we have to see what's with that. Ashen was another game which looked amazing. They also showed Life is Strange 2, which is just a continuation of Life is Strange 1, which looks exactly the same to me. And then Shadow of War. So Shadow of War is just the second game of Shadow of Mordor. It still has the same Nemesis system, a third person exploration game, a really interesting game. I haven't played that, but it looks really nice. We also saw the new Ori, not the Blind Forest, but the new Ori game. I forgot the name. It looks very emotional, very nice. I have nothing really to say anything bad about this. I'm waiting to see how it plays. Then, of course, Xbox revealed the price. They revealed when the Xbox One X will be available, which is November. They also added backwards compatibility with original Xbox, which was interesting. And finally, the final game we saw was the Anthem. So in the EA conference, we had a glimpse of it, about a 1-minute trailer teaser. So basically, Anthem is like a Destiny, but better. So imagine if you can take Destiny and then add Mass Effect Andromeda with the vehicles, I guess, the massive map and exploration aspect, nice graphics. You take that together and make it so good. I mean, the trailer looked amazing. It's a BioWare game. For example, like water effects, where they were really good. Like, I am encouraging you, go and watch the Anthem gameplay if you haven't seen it. It was amazing. So, to be honest, as I can sum it up, the Xbox or Microsoft briefing conference was amazing this year. I have to say, I am not much of a Sony fan or much of an Xbox fan. I do have a Sony PlayStation 4, and I had Xbox One. Unfortunately, I'm not using Xbox One because, to me, I didn't like it. The controller was off, the UI was horrible, and Xbox had less exclusives. Some of them got cancelled. Sony usually has better exclusives, but I am really looking forward for the new Xbox One X and see how it performs, as well as the 60 FPS games and some exclusive games that I can play on Xbox. Sea of Thieves, Anthem, and Metro are my top 3 games that I'm looking for. And of course, I will add something like the Last Night, the 8-bit game type of game, Assassin's Creed Origins, Forza 7, and hopefully would play one day. So thank you very much for watching this video. I tried to make as short as possible. In the background, you saw a little bit of more Killing Floor 2, and I'll see you next time.